Richard, why? It's a modern-day telling of a classic tale of Beauty and the Beast, set in New York. You're not even trying, are you? Can you suddenly tell us the original place of the original story? So the guy from I Am Number 4 is the most popular and beautiful guy in the school. He's a jerk slash dumbass slash jackass. I don't know, I can't keep track. But he's not a subtle asshole, no. He says it out fucking loud. I mean, telling everybody he's rich, that he's good looking and all that shit. He even tells someone who's as different as everybody else that he doesn't like her. So after giving him a second chance and him blowing it, she casts a spell that makes him quote-unquote ugly. I knew it! I knew the Olsen twins were witches! I knew there was no way they could be this famous without talent! And he's not even that ugly! He's just a bald emo with tattoos and a few scars on his face! That does not qualify as being ugly! Even the self-obsessed father runs away from him and abandons him at the house. Now I know why that thing that happened to him on the last episode of 6 Feet Under really happened. So he doesn't go to school anymore with everybody thinking he's in rehab. I can't see this going well at all. With his father gone, he sends a blind tutor to his son, who ironically I don't think teaches anything school-related. Bit of an overreach guy. A guy can't be so ugly that you have to send a blind person to help them out. So what the fucking hell? And he's played by Neil Patrick Harris. Neil Patrick Harris playing a blind guy. You know, that actually makes sense considering you have to be blind to say yes to this movie. Now, to his credit, he is the only person who I like in this movie. But come on, you're Neil Patrick Harris playing a blind guy in a bad movie! I mean, there's no other movie that could be worse, and I think Beastly is a better movie. So the curse can only be broken if a girl who likes him for he is says I love you, and he has to do this in a year. Or be ugly forever. So he meets this girl who he met in school, who surprisingly doesn't sing or dance in this movie. And he follows her around nighttime. Fuck. One night he saves her father from a bad drug deal, and he tells him to send her to his house so he can protect her, without knowing who he really is. So he buys her things while staying hidden when she's at his house. And his mate tells him that she can't be bought, so he buys her some chocolate or candy. Still not buying her love. She finally sees him as the ugly and says that she's seen worse. Yes, going out with a basketball player who can sing and dance is definitely worse. So they begin to know each other. And again, on a side note, the Olsen actually says that he has a year for her to say I love you. Why does it take a full year? I don't know, I don't think it takes someone this long to say I love you for this to happen. How slow is he going? So why does he ask the Olsen that he needs more time, and in return she would help the blind guy and the maid? Okay, so he writes love letters to her without really sending it to her. But her father's overdosed and she has to go see him. Also, she needs to go somewhere so she can practice her studies. Before she goes on the train, he hands her the love notes. Just as she says he's been a great friend. She reads them and tries to call him, but he doesn't return the calls. After some soul searching, he goes to her and they embrace each other, and she finally says that she loves him. He leaves just when he turns back to normal. She goes to him not really knowing who he is, and when she calls his cell phone, she realizes that she's looking at the person that she always loved. Oh really? Because I thought it would be something like, why do you have my love's cell phone? Where is he? If you don't tell me right now, I will call the cops or I will kill you! That seems more realistic. But this movie is contrived, so she falls in love with him. They get together, and as a reward, Harris gets his sight back. No, that does not happen, movie! That does not happen! This movie is it probably hits every fucking cliche in the romantic movie. It doesn't do the classic tale any justice. And it's bad. God damn! Sorry, it's really bad. The only good thing in this movie is Neil Patrick Harris, and that's because he's so cool in this movie. Now, I know there are people out there who like this movie, but I'm doing this for one person in particular. You know who you are. I look forward to your angry comments below, your angry emails, and/or your angry tweets.